Hello everyone, welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Eala tunes up for Indian Wells debut with Sierra Seasoned, the Philippines' pride. Alexandra Eala is sharpening her game. Alongside Argentina's top player Salena, Sierra and seasoned German campaigner Laura Seasoned as she awaits her first match in the 2026 BNP Paribas Open at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. The 20-year-old Filipina arrives in Southern California riding a career-high world number 31 ranking and is set for her official main draw debut in the prestigious tournament. As a seeded player, Eala receives a first-round bye and advances directly to the round of 64, where she will face the winner between Diana Yaska and Zhang Shui. Her Indian Wells stint comes on the heels of a breakthrough 2025 season that elevated her status on tour. Eala made a stunning semi-final run as a wild card at the Miami Open, scoring upset victories over Grand Slam champions Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys. She followed it up with her first WTA 125 crown in Guadalajara and reached her maiden WTA Tour final in Eastbourne. Eala also debuted in the main draw of the French Open and earned her first Grand Slam main draw win at the US Open against Clara Tauson. Training with Eala are two familiar faces on tour. Seasoned, ranked number 53 in the world, is set to open her campaign against Petra Marceau, while Sierra, who has a WTA ranking of number 64, faces American Peyton Stearns in the first round. Both Seasoned and Sierra have been instrumental in helping Eala adjust to the slow, hard courts of Indian Wells. The 37-year-old Seasoned brings veteran savvy, fresh from a doubles runner-up finish at the Dubai Tennis Championships alongside Vera Vanaraiva, where they fell to the tandem of Luisa Stefani and Gabriela Dorosky. Sierra, 21, is likewise considered one of the tour's rising stars. She and Eala share history, having teamed up in doubles to reach the quarterfinals of the 2021 Orange Bowl Tennis Championships. From Manila to the desert, Alex Eala's Indian Wells awakening. The early morning sun seeped over the rugged California palms, coloring Indian Wells Tennis Garden in hues of gold and promise. On one of the pristine practice courts where clay dust bled into hardcourt grit, Alexandra Eala, the Filipina rising star, was already deep into her preparations. Her racket arced over countless forehands and backhands, the rhythmic thwack punctuating her focused breath. This was not just another training session. This was an unveiling. Eala was tuning up for her maiden main draw appearance at the BNP Paribas Open, widely considered one of the most prestigious non-G Grand Slam events in professional tennis, often nicknamed the fifth Grand Slam for its depth, atmosphere, and sheer competitiveness. But here she was at 20 years old, not merely an attendee but a seated competitor poised to challenge the sport's elite, sharpening skills under the desert sun. In California, the days leading into Indian Wells are a blend of sharp shuttle runs, clay to hard timing, adjustments, and mental preparation. For most players, it's a calm before the storm. For Eala, it was an opportunity to push her game further. She aligned her training schedule with experienced tour competitors, notably Germany's Laura Seasoned, a seasoned campaigner and Wimbledon quarterfinalist. Together, they've shared practice sessions and drills that extended beyond physical conditioning, strategies, court positioning, and the elusive art of pressure play. There was something poetic about the sessions. Youthful vigor meeting seasoned experience. Siegemann's measured footwork and tactical variety offered Eala real live lessons, reminders that tennis isn't just about power, but also timing and placement. The German seasoned perspective helped temper the Filipina's left-handed stroke patterns with added nuance, adding layers to Eala's evolving game. A journey of milestones to fully appreciate this moment in Indian Wells, one must trace Eala's trajectory from promising junior to global tour competitor. Born and raised in Manila, Eala first made waves in the international junior circuit. Dazzling with her left-handed spin and fearlessness, her breakthrough onto the professional stage came through grit, persistence, and an affinity for big moments. She trained at the Rafael Nadal Academy, a crucible for elite development where she honed not just her strokes, but her competitive instincts. Her journey on the WTA Tour began with incremental successes, deep runs in WTA 125 and 250 events, rallies of confidence-building wins, and those unforgettable matches where many first noticed her heart. But 2025 was her watershed year. At the Miami Open, she produced one of the most electrifying runs by a Filipina in history, defeating multiple top 10 players and advancing to the semifinals, a first for a wild card entrant. That performance did more than elevate her ranking. It stamped her arrival on the world's toughest stage, a career high and a new challenge. By late February 2026, Eala's ranking had climbed to a career best world number 31, breaking into the upper echelon of the women's tour. This status earned her a seed and a first round bye at Indian Wells, the kind of acknowledgement many young pros chase for years. That bye wasn't just a strategic advantage. It signified how far she's come from young, hopeful to legitimate force. It meant she could skip the opening hurdle and begin her campaign fresh. Eyes set on the round of 64 and beyond, the ultimate payoff beyond ranking points. It's the chance to measure her evolving arsenal against the world's biggest names, strengths, styles, and strides. What makes Eala's game compelling is a fusion of artistry and assertiveness. Lefty advantage. Her left-handed stance adds unconventional angles that can flum opponents, especially those unaccustomed to consistent topspin from the reverse side. This paired with her quick hands and court coverage creates unpredictable rallies, baseline precision. Eala thrives in patient baseline exchanges. She constructs points with intent, often drawing errors from opponents before pouncing on short balls. Return game. Her instincts allow her to take balls early and redirect pace, turning defense into offense. Yet, areas for improvement remain. Observers and veterans, including analysts, note that a more potent, high-impact serve could elevate her aggression and shorten pivotal points. More pace and placement here would allow her to seize even greater control. Training in Indian Wells was thus tailored not just around shot consistency, but serve efficacy, movement readiness, and mental focus. The trifecta that separates contenders from challengers. Preparing for the Titans, Indian Wells isn't just another tournament. It's a gladiatorial arena where the WTA's hottest talents congregate. Names like longtime number 1 Arena Sabalenka, formidable two-time champion IG Swiatek, and powerful contenders like Coco Gauff, Jessica Pagula, and defending champion Mara Andre Eva dominate the entry list. Here, every opponent demands respect. In this context, adding training partners like Sejin and practicing alongside fellow top competitors enriches Eala's preparation. It allows her to glimpse the reality of tournament intensity before she steps into match pressure. More than just points, representation, and pride. For Filipinos around the world, Eala's ascent isn't just about progress, wins, and losses. Quiet inspiration of a young woman, carrying the hopes of millions onto hard courts thousands of miles. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.